I know, but you know what? I know. But you know what? You have a book here. I know. It's going to be fine. Okay, let's see through that you're 20. So, see how I have mine open full? Do you want to read yours that way? Okay, we're going to go do some. So you want to Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to invite everyone to just take a moment and greet the people around you, wish them a Shabbat Shalom as others find their way to their seats. Welcome to all of you to Temple Beth Sholom, to Maddie's Bat Mitzvah. My name is Gail Pomerantz. I am a rabbi here at Temple Beth Sholom. You should sit right up front so you can watch every move she makes. This is Cantor Lisa Siegel. We are really delighted to be sharing this service with you and with Maddie's family. I want to tell you, Cantor Siegel is a little under the weather, which means that we need to sing extra loudly. This is a participatory service. We invite you to read along in the prayers, to sing along in the songs with a special vigor this afternoon to support our cantor. And I want to take a moment before we officially begin to invite you to look at your cell phones and make sure they are on silent so that we don't disturb the sanctity of the service this afternoon. So if you haven't already do so, please do. And we are going to start our service this afternoon with the singing of a nigun. A nigun is a wordless melody, so you don't have to know the words, just hum along.
Goes like this, and help me. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la.
We're going to do one more nigun because you need a little more warming up. So here we go.
Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la.
Our custom for our bat mitzvah to lead us in prayer, and so I'm going to invite Maddie, also known as Lila, here today to lead us in prayer. We're going to turn to page 220 in your Sidurs for the chanting of Ashrei.
Oh, they will sing your praises forever. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, Odeh halelucha selah. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, Odeh halelucha selah. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever.
ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. Hallelujah. We chant the Ashrei response. Please turn to page 224 for the Hatzi Kadesh.
Yikadal, v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad yivrach yiratei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'hagala uv'izman kariv v'yimiru. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'alam ulal mehamaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yinaseh, v'yitadar v'yitadleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudasha barich, le'ela min kol verchata v'shirata, tushbechata, Chemata da'amiran be'alma ve'yimiru.
Amen. Maddie, at this point in the service, you're going to receive this beautiful talit from your mother's loving hands. One moment. I'm just going to say a word about the significance of it. So you know that the four corners, also called tzitzit, are the significance of this talit, because these 8 strings and 5 knots are supposed to be reminders of the mitzvot. And when you wear this talit, you're supposed to remember your obligations as a Jewish adult. So today, this morning, when I came to worship services, I forgot to wear my talit. And I sat in the congregation and suddenly felt naked and ran back to get it. This afternoon, you forgot your binder, right? The point of this is that we all forget things all the time. That's who we are as human beings. That's why we need reminders. We need reminders of how we're supposed to behave. But today, and every time you wear this, I hope you not only remember the mitzvot, but the love with which this talit is placed upon you by your mother and your family's love, and that you always feel embraced by God when you wear it as well. And so I call up your mom, Elizabeth, to present you with this talit. And Maddie, I'll invite you to say the prayer that is said before putting on a talit.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Eloheinu
Melech
melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu b'mitzvotei v'tzivanu.
Amen. And now you'll put the talit around Maddie's shoulders. I will invite you to put your arms around each other and recite the words that thank God for enabling you both to reach this beautiful moment. Shehechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Maddie, come join me. Maddie, first I want to tell you and remind you how much I love you and how proud I am of you. I feel very lucky to be a mom of such an intelligent, caring person, and I really love how much fun we have together. When I was thinking about what to talk about today, I knew I promised you I wouldn't embarrass you too much. I was flooded with memories of your younger years and how your natural exuberance and persistence have led me to follow you on your passions. And I follow you, I did. You were always an old soul with a big vocabulary and a tiny body. In your most formative years, you grew up in New York City with as your backyard, a little bit like living on Sesame Street. You saw and cared so much for those around you, and I'm pretty sure that most everyone within a 5 to 10 block of 81st and Columbus knew you by name. You loved volunteering at our synagogue's small homeless shelter with me, which is dedicated to the memory of your grandfather, staying overnight, bringing homemade brownies, and chatting with the men. New York City during the holidays was a really magical time for you, going to holiday marts in the snow and skating, but you worried about those who couldn't enjoy it, the homeless living outside. You loved handing out the envelopes with money, especially when you found someone asleep and you put the envelope amongst their things, imagining with joy how happy they would be when they awoke to find it. You noticed and stopped to talk with one particular homeless man most days who hung out by Starbucks, confined to a wheelchair in the winter. You asked him if he was cold and listened to him describe to you how hard it was to stay warm in the chair. You lit up like a match when you remembered how Mommy had an old down coat from when I was pregnant with you that was like a big blanket and would keep him warm and cover him even in his chair. You ran home with me to get it and jumped up and down with excitement out of how happy he was to receive it. When you literally jumped for joy, I know you were listening to that voice inside you, keeping that divine spark alive and going in the right direction and becoming a caring Jewish adult. You made full use of Central Park and like nothing better than swinging on the tire swings in the Diana Ross playground, just Diana to you. You noticed the kids that were there alone with a parent or caregiver and made many friends by asking them to play. On many occasions, these were special needs kids or kids younger than you, and you were more than happy to include them. I knew you eagerly await the time when you can babysit on your own. And your joy and enthusiasm to help those kids found its outlet here in Miami, helping to raise money for Best Buddies, an organization dedicated to creating community inclusion, friends, and employment for those with intellectual special needs. On occasion, your enthusiasm and drive have led to some amusing situations, to say the least. I recall you going up to a group of 15-year-olds in the park next to the American Museum of Natural History and asking them to play Duck, Duck, Goose with you. You couldn't have been more than 4 or 5 years old and thought nothing of taking each hand and positioning them in a circle you envisioned. When you thought they weren't playing correctly, you didn't hesitate to let them know. When I asked them why they had let you rope them into playing, I received only a shrug for an answer. But I already knew the answer. When you set your mind on something, you are hard to say no to. In your younger days, your enthusiasm and conviction that you are in the right has also gotten you into a little bit of hot water. You were quite vocal about your wish for me to date more and had no qualms about trying to figure out if any people we met in the dog run were single. Always adept at using technology, you managed to gain access to the internet without permission. I discovered this because I started to receive emails from a website that was called upforit.com. Thankfully, the times that your persistence got ahead of you are few. As you've gotten older, you've learned how to perfect your ability to present your case and counter any resistance with logic. Our little pup Milo is a clear example of that. Your sheer persistence and negotiating skill over 2 years awarded you your little buddy. Now you just need to learn how to stand by your own negotiations. I ponder your considerable skills every morning as I walk your dog, as you sneak an extra 15 minutes of sleep. It helps that your negotiating skills is coupled with your humor and ability to tell an amazing story. Sometimes your storytelling skills put your arguments over the top. So keep following your intuition and feeding that spark. When you do, you will spread your enthusiasm, caring, and joy to all those around you and find what truly makes you happy. I am proud of you at this moment and so grateful to be your mom who gets to watch you become more you every day. In the words of the modern day poet, Mary J. Blige, let it go. Can't let this thing called love get away from you. Feel free right now, going to do what you want to do. Can't let nobody take it away from you, from me, from we. No time for moping around, are you kidding? And no time for negative vibes, because I'm winning. It's been a long week. I put in my hardest. Gonna live my life. Feels so good to get it right. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me, when I'm walking past the mirror. No stress through the night at a time in my life. Ain't worried about if you feel it. Got my head on straight, I got my mind right, and I ain't gonna let you kill it. You see, I wouldn't change my life. My life's just fine. I love you.
We turn to page 226 and rise for the Amidah.
Adonai sifatati mahot umevi geula livnei v'neihem lema'an shemo be'ahava melech ozer umoshia umagen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Bezrat Sarah Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai Mehayeh hakol atarav lehoshia Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem Mechalkel chayim bechesed Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim Somech noflim verofei cholim Umatir asurim Umekayeh emunato lishenei afar Michamocha bal gevurot umidom elach Melech meimi umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'emanat hachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol.
We remain standing for the Kiddusha on page 232.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו, אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מהדיר, שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור Lidor vador, lidor vador, lidor vador, nagid kol lecha. Lidor vador, lidor vador, lidor vador, nagid kol lecha. Lidor vador, lidor vador, lidor vador, nagid kol lecha. Lidor vador, lidor vador, lidor vador, lidor vador, nagid kol lecha.
Baruch, to all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. We continue with the Kiddushat Hayom on page 234. Ata echad v'shimcha echad, umi ge'amecha Yisrael, goy echad ba'aretz. You are one, and your name is one, and there is none like your people Israel, a people unique on earth. A garland of glory you have given us, a crown of salvation, a day of rest and holiness. Abraham and Sarah rejoiced in it. Isaac and Rebekah sang. Jacob and Rachel and Leah and their children were refreshed by its rest, a rest of love freely given, a rest of truth and faithfulness, a rest of peace and serenity, tranquility and security, a perfect rest which you so desire. May your children come to know that this sacred rest links them to you, and through their rest they sanctify your name. Eloheinu velohei avotenu ve'imotenu ritzei bimnuhatenu. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest.
Kadeshenu b'mitzvotecha v'ten chelkenu v'toratecha. Kadeshenu b'mitzvotecha v'ten chelkenu v'toratecha. Sabeinu mituvecha v'samechenu b'shuatecha. Sabeinu mituvecha v'samechenu b'shuatecha. Yalai lalai lalai, 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 yalai lalai lalai. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
We continue with the Ritzei prayer on pages 236 to 237. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amecha Yisrael, utefilatam be'ahava tekabel. Oti leratzon tamid avodot Yisrael amecha. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer to life, to peace, and to joy. May we find true rest, holiness in our deeds, worth in our study of Torah. Let us feed on the love of goodness. Let us drink from the love of goodness. Restrain our thirst for excess, and cleanse our hearts to serve well. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer in life, in peace, and in joy. Baruch atah Adonai she'otcha levadecha be'irah na'avod. We continue with a prayer of gratitude, Modim Anachnu Lach, on the top of page 238. Modim anachnu lach she'atah hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu leolam va'ed. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of the day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulcha na'a lehodot. We sing together a prayer for peace, Shalom Rav, on page 240.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasih Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasih Leolam. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasih Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasih Leolam. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasih Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasih Leolam. Tasih Leolam. Tasih Leolam.
In these challenging times, we pray for a sense of wholeness and healing for all peoples all over the world. Together, let's sing. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru
Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
We turn now in our service to page 244 for Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah, which is in fact the main event of this bat mitzvah service. And I'd like to call your attention to this brochure with Maddie's beautiful punim on the cover. Inside here is a list of all of the honors which take place during this portion of the service. So if you see your name in here, please pay attention so you don't miss the honor the family would love for you to have. There is none like you among the gods, Adonai, and there are no deeds like yours. You are sovereign over all worlds, and your dominion is in all generations. Adonai reigns, Adonai has reigned. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Adonai will give strength to our people. Adonai will bless our people with peace.
Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kema'asecha, malechutecha malchut kol amim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Avarachamim heitiv avir tzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chamot Yerushalayim. Tivnei chamot Yerushalayim. Kivecha levan batachnu, melech elram v'nisa, Adon olamim. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'devar Adonai merushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, u'neromema Shemo yadav.
Maddie, Lila, this is the Torah, Israel's morashah, Israel's sacred heritage and inheritance. Wherever the Jewish people has been, the Torah has been with us, guiding us, nurturing us, sustaining us. It is our kind of moral GPS, keeping us on the right path. Our tradition teaches a wonderful story about the giving of this Torah, and that is that when God was ready to give the Israelites the Torah, God asked them who their guarantors would be. And the Israelites said, our ancestors are our guarantors, Abraham, Sarah, Rebekah. God said no. So the Israelites thought about it a little bit more, and they said, oh, the prophets, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Amos. God said no. And finally, the Israelites said, our children will be our guarantors. And with that, God gave them the Torah. Today, you are our guarantor. You are the next link in this chain of your family and of our tradition. And this Torah has been lovingly passed from hand to hand for hundreds and hundreds of years so that you might receive it today. And so, symbolic of that chain of tradition, I'm going to call forward your grandmother and your mother to pass this Torah to you. And we do, in fact, have an all-female bima. Imagine that.
We are gifts and we are blessing. We are history and song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. The door of Ator Nagid God Lecha. The door of Ador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. The door of Ador, these lips will praise your name. The door of Ador, Nagi God Lecha. The door of Ador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. The door of Ador, these lips will praise your name. Lecha Adonai HaGedola VeHaGevura VeHaTiferet VeHaNetzach VeHaHod Ki chol v'shamayim u'va'aretz Ki chol v'shamayim u'va'aretz Lecha Adonai HaMamlacha v'Mitnaseh Lecho Lerosh Yismechu Hashamayim
Hashamayim,
Yismechu Hashamayim
Hashamayim,
Yismechu
Hashamayim, B'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, B'tagel haaretz. Yiramaya, 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 oh no. Yiramaya, 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 oh no. Yiramaya, 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 oh no. Yiramaya, 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 oh no.
Yismechu Hashamayim
Hashamayim,
Yismechu Hashamayim
Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, B'tagel haaretz.
Eveinu Shalom
Eveinu Shalom Alechem,
Eveinu Shalom
Eveinu Shalom Alechem, Eveinu Shalom Alechem, Eveinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem,
Eveinu Shalom
Eveinu Shalom Alechem,
Eveinu Shalom
Eveinu Shalom Alechem, Eveinu Shalom ya la la, ya la, ya la la la,
Ya
la la la, ya la la, ya la la.
You may be seated. This afternoon, our Torah portion is Tzav, which is the second portion in the book of Leviticus. Just this morning, we began reading from the third book of the Torah, the book of Vayikra or Leviticus, and this afternoon, it's customary to leap to next week's Torah portion, so that is, in fact, what we're going to do here. And I want to begin by sharing a story with you. It is a story of a young man who comes to his rabbi, to a rabbi, and says to him, "Rabbi, I'd like to study Talmud with you." "Very nice," says the rabbi. "May I ask you what background you have in Talmud study?" "None," says the young man. "I see," says the rabbi. "Well, have you studied the Mishnah, which is at the core of the Talmud?" And the young man says, "No." "And so," says the rabbi, "what about the Torah? Have you studied the Torah, which is the foundation of all of Jewish learning?" And the young man says, "No." "Well, I see," says the rabbi. "You see, the Talmud is very complex and complicated. May I ask you why you think you are prepared to study the Talmud?" So the young man smiles patiently and says, "Well, Rabbi, you see, I have an undergraduate degree from Harvard, and I have an MBA from Wharton, and so you see, you teach, and I'll be able to learn." "I'll tell you what," says the rabbi, "I will give you a test. If you pass the test, then you can start studying Talmud. But if not, you'll start in my basic Torah study class." "Okay," said the young man, "you can give me a test. How many questions will it have?" "Only one," said the rabbi. "Are you ready?" "Yes, here it is. Two men come down the same chimney. One comes out with soot on his face. The other's face is clean. Who will wash his face?" "That's easy." Without even taking a moment to think, the young man says, "The one with the dirty face." Makes sense, right? "No," says the rabbi, "you're wrong. The one with the dirty face sees the other with the clean face and assumes that his face is clean too. Why would he want to wash a clean face?" The young man smiles. "Okay, you got me. Give me another chance, Rabbi." So the rabbi indulges him and gives him another chance. "All right," says the rabbi, "here we go. Two men come down the same chimney. One comes out with soot on his face. The other one's face is clean. Who will wash his face?" The young man smiles oddly, thinks a bit, and then says, "The one with the clean face?" "No," says the rabbi, "they both will. The one with the clean face sees the one with the dirty face and assumes his face is dirty, so he goes to wash his face. The one with the dirty face sees the other one washing his face and thinks, oh, this is what people do when they come down from the chimney, so he washes his face too." "Okay, here we go." The young man laughs. "I think I'm beginning to learn something about the Talmud," says the young man. "I don't suppose you could give me one more question?" "Okay," says the rabbi. Two men come down the same chimney. One comes out with soot on his face. One's face is clean. Who will wash his face? This time, the young scholar really thinks about the question. And then he says, they both will? No, says the rabbi, neither will. It's a silly question. Who ever heard of two men coming down a chimney and only one of them having a dirty face? Okay, Rabbi, said the young man, I can see this is complex. When does your Torah study class begin? So I share this story with you at the beginning of this portion because it has some of the same elements that Tzav, our Torah portion, has. The soot and ash are both in this week's story. You see, Leviticus, which is this third section of the Torah, is filled with all kinds of information and rules around offering sacrifices, and this week is no exception. And at the beginning of this portion, we find these really elaborate and interesting rules about the high priest, the Kohen. Some of you may even have the last name Cohen, and that dates all the way back to this original Kohen, the priest. And it said that he should wear linen garments to pick up the ashes from a sacrifice. And then he's instructed to change his clothes and carry the ashes outside the camp. So at first glance, it seems like a pretty ornate ritual for taking out the trash, right? The commentaries have a field day with why does this Kohen, this high priest, have to change his clothes just to take out the garbage? But what interests me is not what he's wearing. Rather, why was the high priest himself taking out the garbage? Why was it his job to take out the garbage when he had so many people reporting to him, so many people supporting the work that he did? And I think one of the reasons is to teach us that there is an inherent holiness in every task we do, that nothing is too small to be insignificant, and no necessary task is without meaning and without purpose. Maybe the cleanup is just as sacred as the offering. Maybe the holiness isn't just in the glory of the ritual, it's in the preparation and even in the disposal of the schmutz, everything. So I thought about this with regard to you, Maddie, because a lot of nitty-gritty work went into this ritual of this bat mitzvah. The schlepping to your lessons, the practicing, the guest list, the invitations, all of those were sacred details that went into the making of this event today. And the second message, I think, about this high priest taking out the trash is that the high priest was reminded each and every day that no task was beneath him, that the hard, mundane work of cleaning up after ourselves was just as much a part of his duty as the glorious task of the blessings and the sacrifices. And so no matter how important our title, how long our list of accomplishments, no matter what our grades are, there is nothing that is beneath us, nothing that is too small for us to take responsibility for it. May all of us find the wisdom of making holiness in everything we do in our lives. Amen. And this is indeed a very holy moment for our bat mitzvah. She is going to come and call up her aliyot, and I'm going to invite you to put away your sidurs, your prayer books momentarily, and open up your big, thick Torah commentaries. And we are going to turn to page 688 for the beginning of Tzav.
Ya'amdu ha'olim la'aliyah harishona. For the first honor, I'd like to call up my grandmother, Carolyn Bram, My aunt and uncle, Susan Sarnoff Bram and Jonathan Bram, my uncle, Benjamin Bram, and great aunt Joan Sarnoff to the Torah.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vaydaber, Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Tzav et Aharon ve'et banav lemor. Zot Torah ha'olah hi ha'olah. Mokeda al hamizbeah kol halayla ad haboker ve'esh hamizbeah tukadbo elavash hakohin midobad umichnasei bad yobash al bisaro vehirim et hadeshen asher tochal ha'esh et ha'olah al hamizbeah Vesamo etzel hamizbeach.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chai olam nata b'tukenu. Baruch Ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ya'amdu ha'olim la'aliyah hashniya. For the second honor, I would like to call up my cousins, Jenny, Nathan, and Henry Bram, Margot Beta, and Perry Strauss to the Torah.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Ufashat et begadav levav velavash begadim aherim dehotzi et hadeshen el mihutz lemachane al makom tahor behaesh al hamizbeah tukadbo lo tichbe uvi'er alecha hakohen Eitzim baboker ve'ara alecha ha'olah ve'hiktir alecha hakohen hashelamim esh tamid tukad al hamizbeach lo tichbe.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tukenu. Baruch Ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Ta'amod ha'ola la'aliyah ha'shlishit, Imi Hannah Miriam bat Leib Bekrendel Henna. For the third honor, I would like to call up my mother, Elizabeth Brown, to the Torah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach. Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Amen. Vezot Torah Hamid Ha Hakrev Ota B'nei Aharon Lifnei Adonai El Pnei Hamizbeach Behirim Mimenu Bekum So Misolet Hamid Ha Umishamna Be'et Kol Halevona Asher Al Hamid Ha Vehiktir hamizbeach, reach nihoach, askarata ladonai. Deota vehanoteret mimena yohelu aharon uvanav matzot teachel bemakom kadosh bechatzar ohel moed yoheluha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. You both have the same sweet voice. Very beautiful. For this final aliyah, we're going to turn to the maftir, which is on page 697 in your books. It is our custom for this aliyah to be read out of our Sephardic scroll, which was donated actually by a family that's here today. Julie Burkow is part of that family, the Russin family, and it's beautiful that you get to see it being chanted from. It is in the ark, so we are going to open the doors of the ark and we invite you all to rise. This is Maddie's bat mitzvah aliyah when she is called to the Torah.
Ta'amod, ta'amod, habachura bat hamitzvah v'aliyat haTorah, Laila bat Chana Miriam, chizki.
Baruch
Baruch
et Adonai hamevarach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Ka'asher Amen. Ka'asher asa bayom hazeh tiva Adonai lasot lehaper alechem ufetach ohel moed tishavu yomam balayla shiv'at yamim ushmartem et mishmeret Adonai velo tamutu ki hentu beiti vayahas Aharon uvanav et kol hadavarim asher tiva Adonai beyad Moshe.
Shakokech, beautiful.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet V'chaye olam nata betohenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Mazel tov. That was beautiful. We're going to ask those who have been invited to lift and dress the Torah to come forward. Ya'amod hagba, ta'amod glila.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. יאללה לה לה לה
Please be seated. The Haftarah for Shabbat Tzaf can be found on page 701. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratzah v'dibrahem hane'emarim ba'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'vinvi'ei ha'emet b'tzedek. Ko amar Adonai Sebaot Elohei Yisrael olotechem sivu al zivhechem veichlu basar ki lo dibarti et avotechem velo tzivitim bayom hotzi'i otam me'eretz Mitzrayim al divrei olah vatzavach. We continue on page 703, verse 22. Ko amar Adonai al yitalel ha'am bechokmato ve'al yitalel hagibor bigvurato al yitalel ashir be'oshro ki im bezot yitalel hamitalel haskel ve'yadoa oti ki ani Adonai oseh mishpat utstaka ba'aretz ki ve'ele hapatzti ne'um Adonai. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, rock of all creation, righteous one of all generations, the faithful God whose word is deed, whose every command is just and true. For the Torah, for the privilege of worship, and for the prophets, and for this Shabbat that you, Adonai, our God, have given us for the holiness and rest, for honor and glory, we thank and bless you. May your name be blessed forever and by every living being. Praise to you, Adonai, for the Sabbath and its holiness. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Hu u'Baruch Shemo.
Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen.
I'm so grateful that you all have joined me today. The Torah portion that I read was Tzav. It's about different types of offerings. The Kohanim, or priests or rabbis as they're now known as, are responsible for keeping the fire of the sacrifice burning all the time. When I think of fire, I think of religion. It's something that provides a feeling of warmth, but it needs to be maintained. In fact, Kohanim would see it as an honor to take the ashes of the sacrifice and dispose of them. It showed that even the Kohanim, who were very religious, still had to get down and get their hands dirty. To me, that symbolizes taking charge of your own religion. That's what being a bat mitzvah is all about at its core, taking charge of your religion. You are now old enough to be responsible for your own learning and praying, and it's something that you are now taking in your own hands. That means a lot more than just fasting and going to temple on high holidays. It means being Jewish, in temple or out. It means doing mitzvot when no one's watching, and being a good person in general. It means not just reading the prayers, but understanding and connecting with it. I work with a charity called Beth Buddies. I'll talk a little bit about that later, but it's not just raising the money, but actually turning out and being there to support the cause. I was intrigued with the idea of animal sacrifice, as it was something that, being an animal lover, I just couldn't comprehend. I wanted to understand. So after reading, I went home and did some reading from some rabbis' point of view online. I went home, I took my religious learning in my hands. There was something that I read that really struck a chord with me. I mean, the idea of sacrificing an innocent animal for our sins sounds pretty brutal, but I hope this helps you understand a bit better, like it did for me. The article I read stated that command Aharon and his sons that they should say to each individual who brings a sacrifice and explain to them that not only he ha'olam, the sacrifice is a burnt offering, but who he is. The person himself should have been the ha'olam, placed upon the altar to atone for his misdeeds. The fire of the altar should be burning on him, the offerer. However, God in his mercy has prescribed that he bring an animal as a substitute, and when he will repent, he will be pardoned. I hope that makes sense. In simpler words, we, the sinners, should have been sacrificed, but God was merciful. We don't do sacrifices at all. Now we pray instead. Now we are to only fear God, your God, to go in all of his ways and to love him and to serve him, your God, with all your heart and with all of your soul, to observe the commandments of God and his decrees. That sounds pretty simple, right? The Torah states that a continuous fire shall be burnt upon the altar. It shall not go out. I think that also speaks to the passion of Judaism and how our curiosities and passions to learn and abide by the rules should never stop. How we should never stop asking questions, learning and praying, which, again, circles back to the idea of taking Judaism as your own. After reading the English transliterations, I couldn't help but think it was a holy cookbook. It was talking about how the Kohanim should cook their part of the offering and which part they should eat. I'm not sure if I would ever try any of these recipes, but it shows how devoted the Kohanim were. While I don't think my level of devotion is paralleled, there are things that I'm very passionate and devoted to. Best Buddies is more than an organization. For me, it's friendship, it's inclusion, it's something that I love. I feel so lucky to be a part of something so amazing. When I think about the fire, the passion, I think about the smiling faces that I walk for, the opportunities that they will have, and the friends that they will meet, and the people they have become, the person I have become from Best Buddies. Sadly, I had to miss the Best Buddies walk today, but that is not something I do often. It has made me a better person, and in some ways, it has made me a better Jew. As a Jew, we are supposed to be the nicest and best versions of ourselves, and I truly believe that I'm better because of this cause. Before we get to partying, there are some people who are very worthy of my gratitude. Firstly, Cantor Nicholson, for being very patient with me and guiding me through each step of the way. I would also like to thank Cantor Siegel for the time you've spent preparing me. I would like to appreciate Barb, who helped me understand what I was reading and helped me write this. I would also like to thank the rabbi for helping me through this process. Lastly, but certainly not least, my mom for making me study. even when my favorite shows were on, and for studying with me every night. Let's celebrate.
Wow, Maddie, that was just beautiful. You are just beautiful, and it has really been a joy helping you to prepare for this very special day in your life. And what's really special about you is that you're just as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. You are serious and mature, and I know you took this very seriously, but you still know how to have a good time. So you're fun to be with, too. You talked a lot about the sacrifices in your beautiful speech, and you know the word for sacrifice is korban, which comes from the Hebrew word likarev, which means to draw near. And today you made this beautiful offering to your family, to our congregation, to all of us. It was really the offering of your heart and your soul, and you helped to draw all of us closer to God by your offering. And we hope that you always do that in your mitzvot, in the acts in your life. So I want to talk about one kind of strange thing that's in your Torah portion and how it's relevant for you. And that strange thing is that your Torah portion was about how Aaron, Moses' brother, and his sons became priests. And they had a ritual of ordination. When I became a rabbi, I was ordained. That's what that word means, right? And part of that ordination was that Moses took the dam, some of the blood of the sacrifice, and put it on Aaron's right ear, on his right thumb, and on his right toe. So why those places? And the rabbis say that it symbolizes, all of his extremities symbolizes his whole self. That it was just meant to say that all of him became ordained. But I think that these three things have particular significance for you as an adult Jew. Maddie, may you always use your ears to hear the people around you, the people who love you, to really listen to them, to hear the voices of your friends who may need you, and even that homeless person in New York, to be able to hear those voices calling to us when they need our help. Secondly, your thumb. May you always use these beautiful hands, with or without these beautiful fingernails, for doing mitzvot. May you create your own holy cookbook in how to be a good and righteous person in this world. And finally, your right toe, which means may you always use your feet to do mitzvot. Tradition tells us that we should run to do a mitzvah. Well, today you didn't get to walk for Best Buddies, but I know you have many, many times. And we hope that those feet take you on a righteous path, that your ears hear the inner voice of God, your hands do mitzvot, and your feet take you on a righteous path. And it's my great pleasure to invite Cantor Siegel to join me in blessing you, and we're going to call up those who have been asked to open the ark for a second time so that Lila can be blessed before the open ark. And that was pretty cool that your name was in your Torah portion, right? Not everybody gets that. So come over here. Please rise.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken Yireh Ratzon. May God bless you and keep you.
Yahir Adonai panav elecha v'yikuneka.
Ken Yireh Ratzon. May the light of God's face shine on you and shine through you, and may God be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken Yireh Ratzon. May God's presence always be with you and grant you a lifetime of joy, of love, of good health, and of wholeness and peace. And may you, Maddie, be among those to bring that wholeness and peace to our world. Amen.
Amen.
And Mazel Tov.
יעללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו. הודו על ארץ ושמיים, וירם קרן לעמו. תהילה לכל חסידיו, לפני ישראל עם קרובו. הללויה, הללויה.
Ki lekach tov natati lechem torati al ta'azovu, for I have given you good instructions. Do not abandon my Torah.
כי לקח טוב נתתי לכם תורתי, אל תעזובו. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, ותומכיה מאושר. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, ותומכיה מאושר. דרכיה דרכי נועם, וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אלך, ונשובה ונשובה. השיבנו אדוני אליך, ונשובה ונשובה.
We remain standing and turn to page 282 for the chanting of Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא. ושמו אחד.
I'll invite you to remain standing as we turn to page 294 for the recitation of the Kaddish. This afternoon, the family in particular is remembering Dr. Leonard Bram and Arthur Sarnoff. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing. And today as a community, we are remembering the 49 innocent victims in New Zealand who were mowed down by terror and hatred. We pray for healing and comfort for their families. We remember as well the 6 million men, women, and children who died in the Shoah, the thousands of Israeli soldiers who died so that we might have a homeland in Israel. And finally, we remember our own American soldiers who died defending our liberties. And we take them all into our hearts with our own as we recite these words of praise for God, who gave them all life. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, Be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'gala v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam l'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudashah b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. O say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who brings harmony on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel, and to all people everywhere. And let us say, amen. You may be seated. Maddie, please join me up here. So you may have been hearing this little rustling of candy, right? We have this wonderful, strange custom of lofting sweet candy upon our bat mitzvah, who has lofted her sweetness upon us throughout this service. But we have a few rules around this ritual, and here are the rules. In particular for our young people who are here and who were so well behaved throughout this service, thank you so much. When you gently throw your candy upon Maddie, you may not run forward to do so. Stay where you're seated. That's the first rule. The second rule is once the bima is filled with candy, we invite all of the young people here to please run up to the bima and clean it all up. Take as much candy as you want. Eat it all up, enjoy it. The third rule is Maddie gets to choose 3 shomrim or shomrot, 3 guards to protect her from all this sweetness. Who's it going to be?
Jaden Hirsch, Julian Pizzo, and Francesca Pefferetti.
Come on up. And the last rule is that you wait until I'm off the bima.
Simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, yay lanu. Simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, yay lanu.
Maddie, all of us are so proud of you, not only your beautiful family that has come out, who I know supports you in every single way, but your congregation. And so representing our congregation is Mr. Mark Baranek, who has some gifts for you.
Thank you, Rabbi. Maddie, Mazal Tov. I know how much you've been looking forward to this. I got to see you come in every day from where I sit and watch you come in for practicing with Cantor Nicholson, and take a look around, look at your family, your friends that are all here to celebrate you. It's all about you today. Everything's about you here, except that you're part of this Jewish community, you're part of our congregation, and you're part of the overall Jewish community, and we hope that you will take part in many things as your middle school and high school years come upon you. You know, right now, our 10th graders are in Washington, D.C. They're at something called the Litaken Seminar in D.C. Can I share, Rabbi, what they're doing Monday, or no? Great. So Monday afternoon, Rabbi Pomerantz is flying out Monday morning. Our 10th graders are getting to meet with Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. They have a 1-hour meeting with her. It's a great story. Rabbi Pomerantz will tell it to you over cocktails, how we got that opportunity. But we hope that you will take advantage of the so many different things that we have between J Travel and Nifty Trips and Israel and March of the Living and High School in Israel and all the different things that we have available. You've always been a very nice young lady to work with. I've always enjoyed it, and I look forward to continue that. So, I know you have a big party you want to get to, so we'll go on with this. This is a certificate that indeed you've celebrated your bat mitzvah today. This is for you. This is a traveling Tanakh. It's a Bible in Hebrew and in English for you to take on your road trips. Yeah. This is a Kiddush cup that we hope you can use on Shabbatot and on holidays. And these are some bonus ones for you. This is a 1-year membership to the Florida Jewish Museum of Florida, FIU. This is sponsored by our very own Jonathan Simons. There's some beautiful exhibits there, and it's for you and your mom and your family to get to go to. This is a certificate that a tree has been planted in the land of Israel in honor of this moment. And finally, these are 2 gift certificates, one to the Nifty in Israel program and one to the Alexander Muss High School in Israel program, which we hope you will use. To your mom and your grandmother and everyone that's here, Mazal Tov. Congratulations, honey. All the best.
So I hope you got the message. You're not done with us. We want you back here every single year until you graduate from high school. Okay? All right, so we are going to conclude this beautiful service with Havdalah, which is the ritual that separates Shabbat from the rest of the week. Because of daylight savings time, the sun has not quite set, but we are going to do this ritual anyway. I'm going to call up Maddie's family to join us on the bima over there, and our whole congregation should please rise and gather around us so we're one close congregation for Havdalah.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam.
take a moment to thank God for giving us the grain to bake into bread, for all the delicious food I'm sure you're about to eat, with the words of Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. And now we are going to wish each other a Shavua Tov, a good week. We've been lifted by the sweetness of this Shabbat. Let's take it with us into the coming week and sing Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov,
Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov, Shavua